Welcome to the level 1 video of the progression series. I'm Gilbert, and you need your mat. You're going to need 2 blocks. If you want 2 blocks, you don't need them, but they'll help. Some water, potentially a towel, and otherwise, just go ahead and get started taking a seat. So the level 1 sequence is going to be based off the foundational flow, which you should have already done. If you haven't done it, it's all right. We'll go over everything again. And this is just going to help you start building more strength. So this way, it's going to prep you for positions later on to come in the series and help you just grow your practice. So this way, whenever you're coming up to stuff in a class on your own, or if you're going to a studio, this way you'll kind of know a little bit more of things that you can do, find ways to express yourself in different postures. And then this is just going to be setting the groundwork for you to take along with you. So go ahead and get comfortable. You can take a seat. I'm sitting on a block. You can sit directly on the mat or on your knees, whatever's comfortable. And remember your ujjayi breath, so a constriction at the back of your throat. And this is just going to help your breath be a little more consistent and stable. It also helps just your mind relax when things become difficult or challenging in any posture. Return to this pace, return to your breath, and then grow everything from there. And again, anytime you need a break, feel free to take a child's pose, feel free to grab water, feel free to hit pause, and then once you're ready, feel free to hit play again and then join me, we're doing it. All right? So go ahead and get comfortable. And if you want, you can close your eyes. And then just start to breathe here. Breathing a little more intentionally. Slow and steady through your nose. Maybe notice the raspy quality of your breath. And that raspy quality is going to come from the constriction at the back of your throat. So let your breath be louder than your thoughts. And take a moment here to acknowledge your reason for showing up whenever you decided to hit play. What is it that you're looking for out of your practice? If you're looking for a workout, you're going to get it. If you're looking for space to just focus on your breathing, you're going to get it. But allowing yourself to just be open to the experience. If you're a beginner, just know that there is going to be a learning curve. It's just a matter of getting comfortable with shapes that might be unfamiliar to you. And as time goes on, you'll become a lot more comfortable. And you'll ease into everything. Then you'll find that sweet spot where it's like stuff that was challenging you, and you can take to a different level. So again, just meeting yourself where you're at today, and then grow and do the best you can from there. Now, as you're ready, take another breath in. All right, now as you're ready, making your way into a tabletop. Wrists, elbows, shoulders stacked. Fingers spread wide. So remember to notice if you're just pressing into the heel of your palm, and try gripping through your fingertips. This way your weight's more evenly distributed. And then external rotation here in your arms. So when you bend your elbows, they're going to hug tight towards your sides. Hips directly above your knees. Toes can be untucked for now. And just explore here. Moving with your breath, taking some movement. Maybe some hip circles or shoulder circles over your wrists. Anything you need right here, right now. You can straighten your legs, kick back, stretch through your calves. And lift your hips. And making your way back into your tabletop in 3, in 2, and 1. Now from here, next breath in, press firmly into your hands and lift your back towards the ceiling. So feel your shoulder blades open apart from one another. You're still strong here in your core with a neutral spine. Hold for another breath in, and exhale, lower your chest between your arms. Feel your shoulder blades hug back into one another. Inhale, press into your hands, lift your back. And exhale, lower your chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Now inhale up. And now this time, keep the opening in your back. And on your breath out, cat pose. Tuck your chin to chest. Think of looking up towards your navel and tuck your tailbone. Press firmly into your hands. Next breath in, cow pose. Lift your tailbone. Lower your belly. Hug your shoulders back. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Hold for another breath in. And cat pose. Breathe out. Inhale, take it to cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Now maintain the shape here in your spine and walk your hands out to a puppy pose. So as far out in front of you as is comfortable. Gradually and eventually trying to get your chest closer to the floor. If this is too much, just stay right wherever you're at. And then if you need a block, you can bring a block. Set the height for whatever you need here for your forehead. Staying active here in your arms. So we're just stretching, beginning to open the front line of our bodies. Hold and breathe here for 3. And stay for 2. And 1. Inhale, walk your hands back into your tabletop. And exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Now keep this shape, bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees wide, then send your hips as close to your heels as you can for child's pose, and slowly walk your hands out in front of you. You can ground your forehead. If it doesn't reach again, feel free to bring a block. You can set your forehead on the block, relax your arms. You can rock your head side to side here, let go of any tension you're holding in your jaw, or your neck, or your shoulders. You can be as active here in your hands as you want. Think about pressing your hips back towards your heels. You're getting a big stretch here through the back line of your body. Anytime you need a break, feel free to visit your child's pose. Know that it's available to you. And then when you're ready again, feel free to join us. And take a breath in. Stay through a breath out. And inhale, shift forward into a modified plank. So shoulders here over your wrists. Hips are going to be slightly in front of your knees. And notice that I'm not dumping here into my low back. Going to keep your tailbone slightly tucked. So this way your core is active and engaged. Take another breath in. Now lower halfway modified chaturanga. Elbows stop over your wrists. Take another inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down to your chest. Press the tops of your feet down, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your glutes, and low cobra pose. Inhale, lift, using the strength here in your back. Little to no weight here in your hands. Your gaze can be down the tip of your nose, but extend out through the crown of your head. One more inhale, and exhale, lower down. Twice more. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, low cobra. And exhale, lower. Go ahead and tuck your toes. Press up into a modified plank. Breathe in. Send your hips to your heels as you breathe out. Now navel squeezes to your spine. You're long here in your side body. Active in your hands. One more breath out. Then shift forward to plank as you breathe in. And exhale, lower halfway chaturanga. You can always ground your knees here if you want to modify. Hold for another inhale. And exhale, take it all the way down. Untuck your toes. Now press the tops of your feet down, press your thighs down, hips down. High cobra pose. So lift with your back first, and then bring some weight into your hands to find more space. Shoulders are down, back and away from the ears. Tall here through the crown of your head. You're not dumping in your low spine. You're reaching forward and then up first. Breathe in, and exhale, take it all the way down. Twice more. Inhale, high cobra. And exhale, take it down. Inhale, high cobra. And exhale, take it all the way down. And tuck your toes. Inhale, press up into a plank. And then hover your knees, send your hips back to your heels. And then lift your hips for your down dog. And go ahead and take some movement here. Again, fingers spread wide. Slight external rotation here in your hands. And then in your arms. Take a look back at your toes. So your feet are about hips width distance. Second toes pointing straight up towards your wrists. Your heels are going to reach towards the floor, but they don't need a touch there. Feel free to bring a bend to your knees. So this way you can bring your chest closer towards your thighs. Then from there, think of lifting your hips. And then eventually straightening your legs. And take a breath in. Breath out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Now keep your chin to your chest and wave forward into a plank. And then tiptoe all the way up into a ragdoll. Bend your knees as much as you need to, but you're thinking of pressing into your hands, keeping all your weight there. Then when you make it to your ragdoll, feet hips distance, grab opposite elbows, crown of your head heavy, rock and sway left to right. Shifting your weight from your left foot to your right foot, from your heels to your toes. And bending your knees here as much as you need to get your stomach onto your thighs. And then from there, maybe start lifting your hips. This is excellent for just releasing any tension you're holding in your back. It's good for starting to lengthen and open through your hamstrings. And rock and sway. If you haven't already, go ahead and switch your grip. And take a breath in. And breath out. And one more inhale. And exhale, release your grip. Hands to your shins, knees or thighs. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. So now here you're actively pressing into your legs. Shoulders drawn down and back. And then reaching out through the crown of your head. So notice if your weight here is in your heels. Think about shifting more towards your toes. Right before your toes start to grip into the mat. Then take another breath in. And now low lunge, step your left foot back. You can plant your hands. Untuck your left toes, ground your left knee. From here, just rock a little front to back. And just warming up your hamstrings, starting to move through your hips. Meeting back in your low lunge in 3, and 2, and 1. So right knee over your right ankle, and knee and toes pointing in the same directions. And from here, crescent moon as you breathe in. So if you need more space, take your right foot forward. So this way you can bring your hip in front of your left knee. But otherwise, keeping your left knee directly over your hip, just wherever you're at today. And then sitting low into it, fingertips towards the ceiling. Palms facing one another. Squeeze your left glute, left hip forward, right hip draws back. Take another breath in, look towards the ceiling, and back bend as you breathe out. Hug your shoulders in towards one another. Pause here for a moment. Press down through your left shin, squeeze your left glute, hips forward, right hip back. One more breath out. And inhale, reach high. Exhale, half splits. So sending your hips back. So hips going to stop directly over your left knee. If you need more space, take your right foot forward. Now if you're rounding your spine quite a bit, feel free to grab onto your blocks. This way you can keep a long spine. Think of tailbone away from you. Heart reaches and leans forward. You can point your toes. You can flex your foot. Feel free to roll it around. And take another breath in. As you exhale, keep your left hand grounded. And inhale, twist, reach your right hand to the ceiling. Now as your right hand lifts, flex through your right foot. Keep your right hip pulled back. You should feel this on the outside of your IT band. Take another inhale. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your hands high, crescent moon. Back bend on your exhale. Crescent moon, inhale, reach up. And exhale, half splits. Ground your hands, flex your foot. And inhale, twist, take your right hand high. And exhale, low lunge. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Inhale, step forward, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Taking it to the right side, inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, step your right foot back. Ground your right knee, untuck your right toes, and welcome some movement. Rocking front to back, again, just warming everything up. Steady with your breath. Got it for 3. Low lunge in 2. And 1. Low lunge, left knee above the ankle. Right hip can be directly above your knee, or if you've got enough space and you're feeling all right, go ahead and take your left foot forward so this way you can give yourself a little more space in your lunge. And then inhale, crescent moon, reach your hands high. Shoulders relax down your back, but you're active here through your arms. So finding that balance between strength and ease. You don't want to be overdoing it, because when you're overdoing it, you're going to be clenching somewhere. Your breath isn't going to be as fluid. And take another breath in. Back bend as you breathe out. Hug your shoulder blades together. Press down through your right foot and shin. Squeeze your right glute. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, half split, sending your hips back. If you need space, take your left foot forward. Point your toes, roll the ankle. Again, long spine, blocks are there if you need it. Otherwise, just stay on your fingertips and do the best you can. Walk wrists directly underneath your shoulders. And one more breath in. As you exhale, keep your right hand grounded. And inhale, twist, take your left arm up. Think here of stacking your shoulders. If it feels all right, chin to your left shoulder. Look beyond your left fingertips for another inhale. Low lunge on the exhale. Inhale, crescent moon. Back bend, breathe out. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, half splits. Keep your right hand down. Inhale, twist. And exhale, low lunge. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee. Step forward, halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. In mountain pose, press through your feet. Reach high through your fingertips. Hands shoulder width distance. Now if this doesn't feel comfortable, you can keep your arms a little wider. Or maybe even your arms aren't straight. Just waiting to get a little more flexible and strong here. But straightening your arms as best you can. Heel toe your feet together. And now relax for just a moment. And notice how this feels. Now stand at attention. Ground through your feet. Squeeze your shins, squeeze your thighs together. Squeeze your glutes, hips forward, tailbone slightly tucked. Navel squeezes to your spine. Feel this lengthening and opening from your hips through your ribs to your shoulders, all the way up and out through your fingertips. One more inhale, reach up, look up, and back bend as you breathe out. Squeezing your glutes, hips forward, hugging your shoulder blades into one another. Look up towards the ceiling. Stay for one more breath out. And inhale back to your mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Take it all the way down. And halfway lift, breathe in. Crouch and curl as you breathe out. Come onto your fingertips. Come up onto your tiptoes, hips to your heels, forehead to your knees. So here, rounding into a tight, tiny little ball. And if you want to use your blocks here, feel free to use your blocks here. And taking a breath in and breath out. Now shift your weight forward. Plant your palms, whether that's on the blocks or the mat. Shoulders over your wrists. Press into your hands. Start to lift your hips. Engage your core. Then step back to plank. Then lower down to chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Ground your knees. And high cobra pose. Use the strength in your back to lift your heart. Breathe in. And tuck your toes as you breathe out. And send your hips up and back for your down dog. Inhale. And exhale. And breathe in. And breathe out. And high up on your tiptoes, look to your hands and exhale, step towards your forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Mountain pose, press through your feet, reach high through your fingertips. Back bend on your exhale. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Crouch and curl, breathe out. Inhale, plant your palms, lift your hips, weights in your hands, step back to plank. Lower halfway chaturanga, ground your knees, untuck your toes, and high cobra, breathe in. And down dog as you breathe out, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Take an inhale and exhale. And breathe in and out. And high on your toes, bend your knees, look to your hands, and exhale, step to your forward fold. Halfway lift and fold. Mountain pose, ground and reach. Back bend as you breathe out. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Crouch and curl, breathe out. And from here, you're going to take it into a drill. Go ahead and untuck your toes. Come down onto your knees. If you want to use your blocks, keep your blocks by your sides. Otherwise, you can just press your hands into the mat. Now from here, you're thinking of pressing through the floor. Ground through your entire palm, so remember to grip through the length of your fingertips. Shoulders stay over your wrists. Press into the tops of your toes. Think of cat back as you round your back to engage your core. Take a breath in here, then exhale, bring your thighs into your belly. Look down between your hands, and then exhale, lower down. And take a breath in, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Trying to straighten your legs as much as you can. Get comfortable putting weight here in your hands and lift and lower. Last 5 and 4. Got it. 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly come down. Now bring your hands behind you. Externally rotate your hands. Hug your shoulder blades in. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips. Look back behind you. Hold here for 3. Stay here for 2. And 1, slowly lower your hips. Bring your hands back out in front of you. Step back to plank. Lower halfway chaturanga. I'm going to cue for an up dog. If you want to stay with high cobra, stick with high cobra. Onto the tops of your feet. Now inhale, lift your heart. Hug your shoulders back, knees and thighs stay lifted off the mat for up dog. High cobra, your knees and thighs are grounded. Hold for another breath in. Then down dog as you breathe out. Inhale and exhale. And breathe in, breathe out. And then up on your toes, bend your knees, look to your hands, and exhale, step to your forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, heel toe your feet together, and exhale, fold. Now chair pose, ground at your heels. Keep your knees and thighs squeezed together. If this feels uncomfortable at your arms, take your hands wide, or keep your hands at your chest. But think of shoulders down your back, heart stays lifted. And now look down towards your toes. If you can't see your toes, bring your knees back a little further. And then hold here and breathe. And if your feet aren't together, just make sure your knees and toes are parallel, pointing in the same direction. And take one more breath in. Now drinking bird as you breathe out. You can sweep your hands back. You can keep your heels grounded. If you want to take it further, come up high on your tiptoes. Yep, heels high, hips low, arms reach back like you're squeezing a beach ball behind you. Take another breath in. Exhale, ground your heels. Chair pose on the inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Crouch and curl, breathe out. Inhale, plant your palms. Start to lift your hips. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Now inhale your right heel to the sky. Flex your foot. Toes point down towards the mat. If you need to, chin to chest. Look up towards where your foot is pointing. So notice if your right hip's rolling up, and then keep it even. Take another inhale. Knee to nose as you breathe out. Shoulders over your wrists. See if you can touch your nose. Inhale, kick it back up. And exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, kick up. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick up. Now exhale, step forward for a low lunge. See if you can ground your heel and then your toes. It's a good place too to use your blocks, just to give yourself some more space, so that way you can step a little easier. Plant your right foot and rise up to your crescent. Breathe in. And settle into it, breathe out. Now here you're drawing your right hip back, left hip forward. You can bend your left knee, tailbone points down, shoulders over the hips, tall through the crown of your head, extend through your fingertips. And from there you can straighten your left leg. Take another breath in. Now archer pose. Left knee to a hover. Left fist reaches forward. Right shoulder is going to draw back. Using the strength here in your core to twist. Stay for a breath out. And inhale, crescent lunge. Back to archer pose. Breathe out. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, archer. Crescent, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Now you just spin your left heel down to the mat. So give you a heel to heel alignment. Doesn't need to be super wide. Biggest thing is hips open, chest open towards the side, gazing over your right shoulder, beyond your right fingertips. As you're feeling more open, you can take your back leg back. But right knee over the ankle, you don't want your heel or your knee over your toes. From here, flip your front palm. Reverse triangle, breathe in, straighten your front leg, reach up. Hold a breath out. Inhale, lift, and exhale, side angle pose. Right elbow to your right thigh, left hand to the ceiling. Now here, press your arm against your leg. Careful to avoid dumping here on the side of your body. And so strong here in your foundation, strong here through the sides. Stay for another exhale. And inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg, reach up. Now side lunge to your left leg as you breathe out. Left knees and toes pointing in the same direction. Same here with your right. Sit a little deeper for the exhale. Keep your chest lifted. Then inhale, star pose. And exhale, back to Skandasana, or your side lunge. Yeah, Skandasana is just taking a little deeper, but staying for your side lunge. One more breath out. Now standing splits at the top of your mat as you breathe in. You can use your blocks or just bring your hands to the mat and lift your left leg high. Trying to straighten your right leg as best you can. Take another breath in, and exhale, low lunge, left foot down and back. Inhale, three-legged dog, right heel to the sky. You can go straight to down dog or shift forward to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Doing all that on the left side. Inhale your left heel high. Keep your hips square. Look towards your toes. Foot flex down towards the mat. Squeeze your glute. Lift your heel a little higher. And exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. And now step forward, try to plant your heel first, then your toes. Rise to a crescent lunge. Setting your base. Hold here, left hip back, right hip forward. Keep extending up and out through your fingertips. Think of mountain pose from your hips up. Take another breath in. Now archer pose, right knee to a hover. Draw your left shoulder back, right fist forward. Strong in your core. One more breath out. Crescent, breathe in. And exhale, back to archer. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, archer. Inhale, crescent. And warrior two, spin your right heel down to the mat, reach wide. So again, here, taking it as wide as feels comfortable. Left knee over the ankle. Keep pressing down through the pinky side edge of your right foot. Shoulders stay stacked over your hips. If your shoulders feel tight, flip your palms up, relax them. Then palms back down. Flip your left palm and reverse triangle, straighten your left leg, reach up. Hold for a breath out. Another inhale. And exhale, side angle pose, left elbow towards your thigh, right hand to the ceiling. If you can, chin to your right shoulder, look beyond your right fingertips, press your arm and leg into one another. Stay for another breath out, and inhale, reverse triangle, and exhale, side lunge to your right leg. And keeping your chest lifted, you can bring your hands down to the floor, you can keep them at heart center. Stay for another breath out. Star pose, breathe in, exhale, back to your side lunge. Now standing splits to the top of your mat, hands to the blocks or floor, and then kick your right heel high. Give yourself a moment, try to straighten your left leg. Another breath in, low lunge, step your right foot down and back. Inhale, three-legged dog, and exhale, shift forward to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. And inhale, and exhale. And breathe in, and out. I'm going to take that sequence, one breath, one movement. Inhale high on your toes, bend your knees, look to your hands, and exhale, step to your forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in, heel toe your feet together. Exhale, fold. Chair on the inhale, use your entire breath in. Drinking bird on the exhale. Back to chair, breathe in. Drinking bird, breathe out. Back to chair, breathe in. Forward fold on the exhale. Halfway lift, hands to the mat, crouch and curl. Plant your palms, lift your hips, step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale. Inhale your right heel high, knee to nose, got that 2 times. Exhale, shift forward, inhale, kick up. Exhale, knee to nose, inhale, kick up. And exhale, low lunge, plant your foot. Rise to your crescent, breathe in, find your base. And exhale, arch your pose, left knee down, right shoulder back. Inhale, crescent. One more time, exhale, archer. Inhale, crescent. And exhale, warrior 2, left heel to the mat. Flip your right palm, reverse triangle, breathe in, straighten your right leg. And exhale, side angle pose, right elbow, right thigh, left hand to the ceiling. Reverse triangle, breathe in. And exhale, side lunge to your back leg. Inhale, star. Exhale, back to your side lunge. Inhale, standing splits at the top. And exhale, low lunge. Three-legged dog, send your right heel up and back. And exhale, shift forward to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left side, left heel up. Knee to nose twice as you breathe out. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick up. And exhale, low lunge. Set your base. Rise to your crescent. Arch your pose, right knee down, left shoulder back, right fist forward. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale, archer. Inhale, crescent. Warrior 2, spin your right heel down to the mat. Flip your left palm. Reverse triangle, breathe in. And exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale, side lunge to the back. Inhale, star. Exhale, side lunge. Inhale, standing splits to the front. And exhale, ground your back foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. And inhale. And exhale. Notice your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time through this sequence, you got it. Inhale up on your toes, bend your knees, look to your hands, step to your forward fold. Halfway lift, fold forward. Chair pose, breathe in. Drinking bird, breathe out. Got that twice more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair pose. Is that 2 or 3? We're doing another one. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, back to chair. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Crouch and curl, breathe out. Inhale, plant your palms, start to lift your hips, step back. Lower halfway. Up dog on the inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Inhale, right heel up. Just one time, knee to nose. Inhale, kick up. And exhale, step forward. Rise to your crescent, breathe in. And exhale just one time, arch your pose, hold here and breathe. Now again, twisting around your spine. Strong through your core, tall here through the crown of your head. See if you can get your left knee just a little closer towards the mat. If you need to, feel free to touch the mat. One more breath out. Then inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse triangle, breathe in, and exhale, side angle pose. Pause here, you've got 5 breaths. Again, notice your breathing. Notice your heartbeat. Find a space where you can stay steady, where you can grow from. And last 3, last 2, and 1. Reverse triangle, breathe in. Side lunge, back leg, breathe out. Inhale, take it back up. And exhale, side lunge. Standing splits, top of your mat. Hold here and breathe. Now here, think about trying to get your chest closer towards your right leg and straighten your right leg as much as you can. It's not necessarily right now about trying to get your heel all the way to the ceiling. Eventually you'll get there. But right now, just focus on keeping your back leg straight and active, flexing your foot or pointing your toes. And then squeeze your glute, lift a little higher if you can. Breathe in and exhale, low lunge. Listen for the change. Keep your left hand down and inhale, twist. Take your right hand high. Now roll to the outside here of your left foot and side plank, step your right foot back. You can stay here or you can lower your left knee if you want to modify, and you can even lift your right leg. Taking your variation, hold here for 5, stay 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your plank pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower halfway chaturanga for 5, 4, 3, 2, up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Left side, last time, left heel to the sky. Knee to nose, just one time, breathe out. Inhale, kick up. And exhale, low lunge, step forward. Rise to your crescent, breathe in. Settle in your archer pose, breathe out. Pause here for a moment. Shoulders lean back, twisting around your spine. Active through your front arm, strong through your core, left elbow back. One more exhale. And inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse triangle, breathe in. And exhale, side angle pose. Hold here and breathe. All right, and welcome the stillness into this pose. And just notice what you're feeling. If you need to ease up, bring your elbow onto your thigh. But stay strong in your leg. Keep your side body lifted. Last 3. Reverse triangle and 2. And 1. Reverse triangle, breathe in. Side lunge, back leg, breathe out. Inhale, star. Exhale, side lunge. Standing splits, top of your mat, breathe in. Now again, you can keep your wrists underneath your shoulders. Just think about lengthening your spine and then bringing your chest closer towards your leg. Take one more breath in. Low lunge, step your right foot down and back. 3, nope, not 3-legged dog. Right hand's gonna stay down. And inhale, twist, take your left hand up. Taking this to a side plank. Roll to the outside here of your right foot. Now you can stagger your feet, step your left foot back. Both feet flexed and long. You can lower your right knee. You can lift your left leg, finding your variation for 5, 4, 3, 2, and plank pose. Hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower halfway, chaturanga, 5, 4, 3, 2, up dog, breathe in. Go ahead and ground your knees. Take a seat on your heels. Take a child's pose. Grab a drink of water. And come back to your breath. And we'll meet back in a down dog in 5. And 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Again, if you need more time, take it. If you're ready to keep moving, meeting in your down dog, fingers wide, strong base, tuck your toes, hips up and back. And take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale your right heel to the sky. And now bring your right knee to your right elbow. And then bring it up as high up your right arm as you can. Keep your heel close to the glute. Keep pressing through your hands. Hold here, 5. Breathe here, 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Inhale, kick your heel up. And exhale, low lunge, big step forward. Rise into your crescent. Breathe in. Settle here on your breath out. Take another inhale. And back bend on your exhale. Now lean forward, reach forward, breathe in. Hold here for a breath out. Strong in your right leg, breathe in. Airplane arms, just sweep them back like in your drinking bird as you breathe out. Hold for an inhale. Stay for an exhale. Press firmly into your right leg and lift your left knee. Single-legged Tadasana, breathe in. Now from here, eagle pose. Cross your left leg over. And now you can bring your forearms and elbows together. Out in front of you, elbows shoulder height, shoulders down your back. If you want to take this further, left arm under, right arm over, grabbing opposite shoulders, give yourself a hug. Or else you can bring the back of your hands together or palms together. Grounding here at your right heel, knees to the left, elbows to the right, shoulders lean back, hips low, crown of your head tall. Breathe 5, 4, 3, unwrap in 2, and 1. Inhale, unwrap, and exhale, step back, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Open to warrior 2, breathe in, ground your left heel. Stay for a breath out and flip your front palm. Reverse triangle, straighten your right leg, reach up, and exhale, triangle pose. Right hand to your right leg, and left arm lifts. So here you can start even if you're at your thigh, but then gradually working your way down. You can use a block here too if you want to block, but you can use your right arm against your right leg to roll your left ribs back, right ribs under, everything stacked here. Hold and breathe. And staying through one more exhale. And inhale, rise, keep your arms wide, parallel your feet to the side of your mat. Then inhale, reach up, and exhale, forward fold. Here, just grab your opposite elbows and bend your knees, hanging in a ragdoll. You can rock and sway side to side. You can shake your head no, not yes. Swing your arms. If you want to just get more into your hamstrings, press into your feet, engage your quads, feel your knees lift to straighten your legs and tilt your pelvis forward. And hold here and breathe. Last 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release your arms, send them wide, flat back. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Flip your right palm. Now reverse warrior, stay committed here to your lunge. Just take your right hand straight up. Stay for a breath out. One more inhale, and exhale, hands to the mat. Three-legged dog, send your right heel up and back. Shift forward to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. And inhale your left heel high. And exhale, left knee, left elbow. And then from there, work it up as high onto your leg or arm as you can. Heel close to your glute, flex your foot. Press through your hands, lift your back, keep your hips up for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, kick high. And exhale, low lunge. Crescent, breathe in. Stay for a breath out. And inhale, reach. Back bend on your exhale. Inhale, lean forward, reach forward. Stay for a breath out. One more breath in. Airplane arms as you breathe out, sweep them back. Keep your chest lifted, keep your gaze out in front of you. Ground through your left leg. Next inhale, bring your right knee up. And exhale, eagle pose. Right leg crosses over. Again, forearms and elbows together. Or right arm under this time. Back of palms or hands. Elbows up, forearms away from your face. Take your variation. Hold here. And breathe. Squeeze your thighs tight. Keep your arms squeezed tight. Everything hugs to the midline of your body for 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, unwrap. And exhale, step back. Inhale, open to your warrior 2. Stay for a breath out. Flip your front palm. Reverse triangle, breathe in. And exhale, triangle pose. Shoulders hug back into one another. And keep looking, reaching beyond your right fingertips. Strong still through your core. So you're not dumping into your side body. Your right shoulder's not rolling forward, but it's stacked just directly on top of the left. And one more breath out. And inhale, rise into a star pose. Heels and toes out. Then palms together overhead. And exhale, sit low in a goddess squat. Now here, focus on the outside of your feet. You're going to squeeze your glutes. Think of opening your knees wide, shoulders relaxed. And if you're leaning forward, tuck your tailbone, lean back. If you need to sit a little taller, then take it slowly as low as you can go. Using your breath. Each exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper. Keep opening your knees wide. Hold wherever you are for 5 and 4, 3, last 2 and 1. Inhale, rise to your star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front. Maintain your lunge, flip your front palm, and inhale, reverse warrior. Stay for a breath out. Inhale, lift and reach, and exhale, hands to the mat. 3-legged dog, left heel high, and exhale, shift forward to plank. Lower chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. And inhale. And exhale. And breathe in. And out. Now inhale your right heel high. Then bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Ground your left foot. And then just kick your right foot out. Both feet are going to be flexed. So you're on the pinky side edge of your left foot, or right foot. Shoulder over your right wrist. And then inhale, take your left hand high. Fall in triangle pose. Hold here, breathe. Notice if you're dumping in your hips, keep your hips lifted. Press strong here through your right hand. Last 3. Got it, 2 and 1. Left hand down. Inhale your right heel high. And exhale, low lunge, step to the top. Inhale, rise to your crescent. Back bend on your breath out. Lean forward, reach forward, breathe in. Airplane arms as you breathe out. Strong in your right leg. Lift your left knee on the inhale. And now twist. Bring your right hand to your left thigh. And then reach your left hand back. So hips square to the front. Stand as tall here as you can. Now you're pressing your leg into your hand, hand into your leg. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, breathe in. Exhale, take it back. Crescent lunge, airplane arms. Open to warrior 2. Flip your front palm on your breath out. Reverse triangle, breathe in. Taking this to half moon pose. Bend your right knee. Reach your right hand out in front of you. Bring it down onto the mat. Wrists underneath your shoulder. Feel free to use a block. And from here, lift your left leg. Straighten your right as much as you can. Hold here and breathe. Left shoulder over the right. Wrist stacked. Hips stacked. Flex your back foot. Think of pressing to the wall behind you. And then reaching for the ceiling with your left hand. Hold here and breathe for 5. Stay 4. Reverse warrior in 3. Last 2 and 1. Bend your front knee, ground your back foot, and inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, warrior 2. Crescent lunge, sweep your left hand forward, come up onto your left toes. Now from here, open arm twist. Left hand forward, right hand reaches back. And hold. And breathe. If this is too much, you can take cactus arms. You can bring your right hand to your hip. And just think of twisting across your chest. Stay through one more exhale. And inhale, crescent moon. Crescent lunge. Back bend as you breathe out. And inhale, crescent. And exhale, hands to the mat. 3-legged dog. Send your right heel up and back. Listen for this change. Shift forward to plank. Roll to the outside of your left foot. Plant your right leg behind it. Bend your right knee. And inhale for wild thing. Lift your hips. Hug your shoulders back. Look and reach to your right fingertips for 5, 4, 3, last 2, and flow. Hands to the mat. Lower halfway. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. All that on the left side. Inhale your left heel high. Left knee towards your right elbow. Ground your right heel. Kick your left foot out. Plant it on the floor. Then inhale, take your right hand up. Lift your hips. Hold here and breathe for 5. Use your entire palm in your left hand for 4. Got it. 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down. Inhale, left heel up. And exhale, low lunge. Rise to crescent, breathe in. Back bend, breathe out. Lean forward, reach forward on your inhale. Airplane arms on the exhale. Weight in your left leg, lift your right knee. Then from here, twist. Left hand to the outside of your thigh. Right arm reaches back. Hold here. And stand tall for 3, Back to center in 2 and 1. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, step back, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Open to your warrior 2, breathe in. Flip your front palm as you breathe out. And inhale, reverse triangle. Now half moon pose. Again, bend your front knee. If you're grabbing a block, set it up out into the left side or outside of your left foot. And then lean forward. Otherwise, bring your hand all the way down to the mat. And from there, reach up and open. Stack your shoulders. Stack your hips. And hold here and breathe. Keep flexing through your back legs. So everything is active. Muscles hugging tight here to the bones. Same thing here with your left foot. You're pressing through the floor so this way you're not dumping into your hip. Last 3. Reverse warrior in 2 and 1. Ground your back leg. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, warrior 2. Now crescent lunge, sweep your right hand forward. Come up onto your right toes. And exhale, twist, left hand back, right hand forward. And you can bring your left hand to your hip and just twist across your chest. You can cactus your arms or keep them at heart center. So find what works for you. Breathe here for 3. Crescent in 2 and 1. Crescent, breathe in. Back bend, breathe out. And inhale, reach high. And exhale, hands to the mat. 3-legged dog, left heel up and back. And shift forward to plank. Roll to the outside of your right foot. Shoulder stays over your wrist. Lift your left hand and reach, wild thing pose. Hold here. So right leg's long, foot's flexed. Left foot's grounded. Press into anything that's touching the floor to lift up and out for 5, 4, 3, flow in 2, and 1. Hands to the mat. Lower halfway. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. And inhale. And exhale. High on your toes. Bend your knees, look to your hands, and exhale, travel to the top. Halfway lift. And fold. Mountain pose, palms to touch. And from here, seated prayer twist. Left elbow to your right thigh. Palms press evenly, elbows stacked, knees and hips in the same line. If that feels like too much, hands together at heart center. And from here, just twist. Or again, you can cactus your arms. Take your variation. Find your breath. Hold where you are for 5. Chair in 4. 3, 2, and 1. Chair, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, separate your feet, hips distance. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your peace fingers around your big toes. Stomach on your thighs. And from here, crown of your head heavy. Pull against your toes and press into your feet. Try lifting your hips as much as you can. Use your arms. Let go of any tension in your neck. Hold. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Halfway lift. Heel toe your feet together. Forward fold, breathe out. Mountain pose, palms back to touch. And seated prayer twist, right to left. Now you want your hips lower than your heart. Knees still stay behind your toes. Heart stays lifted. Squeeze your navel to your spine. So this way you're not using the leverage from your arms to twist, but the strength in your core is working it. Breathe here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chair, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, separate your feet. Gorilla pose. Palms slide underneath your toes. Toes up towards your wrist crease. Crown of your head still heavy. Continue to bend your knees. And then from there, straighten your legs as best you can. And relax. Hold here. Just 5. And 4. 3. Last 2. And 1. Release your grip. Now halfway lift and heel toe your feet just a little wider. Heels in, toes out. Yogi squat. Sit your hips between your heels. Bring your hands to your heart center. Then inner thighs can press against your triceps and press your triceps back against your inner thighs. Squeeze your glutes so you're opening your knees wide. You can stay on your toes if this is too much. Feel free to sit on a block. All right, so here, get comfortable. Now we're gonna play with our first arm balance. Gonna play with flying frog. So flying frog is a good place to get comfortable being on your hands. You're not trying to lift your hips very high. but you're squeezing your thighs into your triceps, triceps back into your inner thighs. So my triceps are just inside the knob here of my knees, hands on the mat, shoulder width distance apart. Come up onto your toes, shift forward so your elbows are over your wrists. And now think of all those crouching curls when we would press our palms into the mat and lift our hips. That's engaging your low core. You're going to want to use the same thing here to help float your toes. So hands down, shift forward, elbows over your wrists. Squeeze your legs into your arms, press your arms into your legs. Use your core, see if you can float your feet, bring your toes to touch. Hold here and breathe. You've got it for 5. And 4, you can stay in your yogi squat. You've got it for 3, last 2, and 1. Slowly ground your feet. Hands back to heart center. Take a breath in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, heel toe your feet together. And exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Hands to touch. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now taking this to tree. Ground firmly into your left leg. And now you can start in a kickstand if you're struggling with your balance. If you have a really thick mat, sometimes balancing on one leg can be challenging. So go ahead and move on to a more solid surface. But otherwise you can bring your foot onto your calf, your foot onto your thigh. Just avoid pressing directly into your knee. So your left foot's pressing down, left leg's pressing into your right foot into your leg, palms press into one another. So everything's coming together in the middle of your body. And then from here, you can extend up and out. Find something still to focus your gaze on. Your right knee here is pointing in the same direction as your hips and your shoulders. See if you can stand tall. Think of your mountain pose here, navel to spine, creating space here through your ribs, and lift for 5, 4, 3, switching sides in 2, and 1, palms together. Exhale, hands to your heart. Shift your weight into your right leg. And you can start in a kickstand, foot to shin, or foot to calf, foot to thigh. Just meeting yourself again where you're at. Sometimes our balance isn't all that great. And then when you feel good here, then explore. You can send your hands, find your variation. You can even try closing your eyes. Stay with your breath. Oh, maybe don't try closing it. You can do whatever you want. Hold here and breathe. Stand tall. Last 3, and 2, and 1, hands together. And exhale, slowly take it all the way down. Ground both feet. Hands at your side, shake it out. And inhale, mountain. Now side body stretch, bring your left arm up and over to the right. You can bring your right hand to your side. You can even press against your thighs if you want. Left ribs roll back, right ribs roll under, creating a lot of space and opening through your side body. One more exhale. And inhale, mountain pose. And exhale, switch sides. Left hand down by your side. Right arm reaches up and over. Now keep your chin off your chest, either looking straight out in front of you, or even taking your gaze up towards your right fingertips. Stay through one more exhale. And inhale, stand tall, mountain pose. Dancer on the right side. So bringing your right hand by your side. Palm is going to face away from your body. If that's too much, you can turn your palm back in. But otherwise, palm face out. Right foot into your right hand. Now you're going to kick and pull with equal effort on your right side, keeping your right arm long so your elbow's not going to bend here. Take your gaze to your left fingertips. Feel a lift in your heart. Now start to draw your knee away and kick your heel away from your glute. So the kicking and pulling here is going to help you find a back bend. Use this strength in your back to open and lift your heart. Keep your weight here in the ball mound of your left toes. Find something still to focus your gaze on. Lift and kick, hold, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Inhale, stand tall. Careful with your blocks. From your mountain pose, taking it to the left side again. Palm faces away from your external rotation in your arm. Left foot, left hand. Grabbing the inner arch of your foot. Knees stay side by side. Hips stay even. Heart stays square to the front. Lift. And then from here, kick into your hand. Left arm stays long. Kick and pull with equal effort. Find a lift in your chest. Find a lift in your gaze. Look to your fingertips. Hold. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, can you go a little deeper for 2? Nice. And 1, inhale, come up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Mountain pose, breathe in. Back bend, breathe out. Inhale, mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Crouch and curl. Take another inhale. And go ahead and ground your knees. Untuck your toes. Coming into a camel. So camel pose, you want 2 fist distance between your knees. Shins are going to be parallel. Toes can be tucked or untucked depending on what's comfortable for you. If you want a little more engagement, you can bring a block. I'd recommend the middle setting. Just sit it in between your thighs, above your knees, and squeeze into the middle. Now hands at your low back like you're sliding them down your pockets. Elbows hug in, shoulders hug in. Squeeze your glutes. Hips forward, lift up first to avoid dumping in your low back. And then slowly take your gaze up and behind you. Hold here and breathe. A lot can come up in this posture, so do not force anything. Again, think lifting first. If it feels okay, you can tuck your toes and bring your hands down to your heels, but you're still sending your hips forward first, and then slowly looking down and back behind you. Hold and breathe for 5. Last 4. Got it. 3, 2, and 1. Hands to your low back. Slowly stand tall. And exhale, take a seat on your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. And go ahead and sit over your legs. Now here, sending your right foot out long. Left foot against your inner right thigh. And square your hips, square your shoulders. Take a basket grip here with your hands. Lift up and out. And chin to chest. Round your spine. Bring your forehead to your right knee. And basket grip over your feet. So if you really need to bring your foot in a lot, bring it in as much as you need to. If that's not there, you can just grab for your shin. But once you make that connection, then slowly start to take your heel away from you. Let your left shoulder roll towards the floor. Still grounded evenly here through both hip bones. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Sit up tall. Left hand behind you. Stargazer pose, ground through your left shin. Point your right toes. Now you're going to lift your hips. Take your right arm up and back. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Now a few different options here for pigeon. So pigeon can be a lot here on your hips. So first variation, left ankle just over your right thigh. Sitting even, you can lean forward. If you want to take it a little further, lower all the way onto your back. You're going to thread the needle. Left hand and right hand are going to interlace behind your right thigh. If you want to take it further, hands in front of your shin, but try keeping your shoulders on the mat. You're thinking of taking your left knee away from you. If you want to get further yet, right foot on the mat, hands behind you, and from here just press your chest forward. And notice if this feels intense. We hold a lot of tension in our hips. So sometimes this can be very challenging. So just slow your breath down. Breathe into any spaces that feel tight. And give yourself 5 more breaths. Last 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, if you're on your back, sit up tall. And switching sides, left foot out. Right foot against your left thigh. Square up your hips. Bend your left knee, basket grip. If you can, grip underneath your foot. Forehead to your left knee. And from there, slide your heel away from you. Hold and breathe. Relax your right shoulder towards the floor. Continue to round your spine. Just for 3. Taking it to Stargazer in 2. And 1. Release. Right hand by your hip. Fingertips point away from your body. Ground through your right shin. Point your left toes. And inhale, lift. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Same options here for your pigeon. Right ankle over your knee. Lean forward. Or lower to your back. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh or in front of your shin, shoulders to the mat. Or again, left foot flat on the mat, hands behind you, sitting evenly and pressing your chest here towards your thigh. And think of trying to move your right knee away from you. Notice how this side feels compared to the first. Notice what feels similar, what feels different. Not necessarily in terms of better or worse, but just know that anytime you come back to a posture, it's going to be a unique experience. And 3 more breaths here. And last breath in, and exhale, slowly uncross your legs. Both legs long in front of you, shake it out. Now you can bend your knees, reach your hands high, and seated forward fold, peace fingers to your toes, lengthen with your heart. You can slide your heels away from you, reach your heart forward, tilt your pelvis forward, and slowly take it down, and breathe. Just 3, 2, and 1, release it up tall. Now hands behind your back, fingertips point towards your heels, bend your knees and plant your feet. Reverse tabletop, lift your hips. Hug your shoulders back, look behind you for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, hips down. From here, lower all the way down to your back. Hands to the tops of your knees. Some knock side to side. We're going to take a bridge pose. It'll be the last little bit of effort. From here, plant your feet about hips width distance. If you want to use a block, you can bring a block, place it in between your thighs. Don't necessarily need one. Hands by your sides, palms face down, like you're trying to bring your middle fingers to reach the back of your heels. Shoulders flat on the mat, chin tucked, and now bridge pose. Lift your hips. Squeeze your glutes. Think of bringing your sternum to meet your chin. Energetically squeeze your thighs in towards one another. Press your palms down. Hold here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and slowly lower all the way down. Bottoms of your feet together, let your knees open wide. You can bring a hand to your heart, hand to your stomach. Just feel your breath move through you, feel your heartbeat. And allow yourself to just notice and be aware. Go ahead and cactus your arms. And then bring your feet about mat's width distance apart. And let your knees knock a little side to side. And then just taking a gentle twist, let your knees topple over to the right. Your left hip's naturally going to lift. But see if you can keep your shoulders grounded. You can stay looking up towards the ceiling or take your chin towards your left shoulder. Let gravity and your breath do the work for 5. Switching in 4, 3, last 2, and 1, back up to center. And then exhale, let your knees topple over to the left. So your left knee, or right ankle, what is that? It's my right knee. It's going to be right by your left ankle. You can stay looking to the ceiling or gaze over your right shoulder. 3, 2, and 1, back up to center. And press into your feet, lift your hips, just let them neutralize again. And hands to the tops of your knees. Draw your knees down towards your armpits. This is just a modified happy baby. If you want to go for happy baby, reach your hands out, grab for the outsides of your feet, and kick your heels to the ceiling. Think of drawing your knees into your armpits, rock and sway side to side. Try pressing your tailbone to the mat and keeping your shoulders grounded. If that's too much, again, stay with your hands above your knees. You can even bring your hands behind your thighs. I'm going to take one inversion. If you want to stay in a happy baby, stay there. Otherwise, knees together and kick your heels straight up to the ceiling for a waterfall. If you want to move against a wall, feel free to take this shape, just lying against a wall, chin tucked, shoulders flat, hands at your sides. If you have a block, sometimes it can feel good to place a block underneath your sacrum and kick your heels up to the ceiling. Just giving yourself 10 breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly bend your knees. If you're on a block, plant your feet, lift your hips, remove the block. Hands to the tops of your knees, draw them in towards your chest. Now tuck your chin, bring your forehead up to meet your knees. If you can, grab opposite wrists, grab opposite elbows, squeeze into a tight, tiny little ball. Show yourself some love. One more breath in. And Shavasana as you breathe out, legs long, arms at your sides. Take up as much space as you need. And give yourself this moment of stillness to pay attention to your breath, to pay attention to your body. Letting every thought and sensation be noticed and then let go of, without getting too carried away and caught up with anything. Resisting the urge to fidget, or to start thinking about what you have yet to do today, or maybe what's already happened. Just here to breathe. And let your breath flow effortlessly. Soften through your ribs. Notice if it goes beyond your chest to your belly. Maybe it spreads throughout your body. If you want to stay here, stay as long as you need to. And before bringing any movement back to your body, just return to your breath. Long, slow inhale through your nose, fill your stomach, fill your ribs to your collarbones, and pause for a moment at the top of your breath in. And gentle exhale, sigh it all out. Let your chest sink, let your navel squeeze to your spine, and pause at the bottom of your breath out. 2 more just like that. Inhale slowly. Fill your stomach, fill your chest, breathe in, 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 and hold at the top. And exhale, sigh it away. Pause at the bottom. Last time, slowly breathe in, fill up. Allow yourself to be bigger than you think you are. Give yourself room to grow. Breathe it all in, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, and pause. Be with that for a moment. Feel it move and swirl through you. And exhale slowly. Let it all go. And return to your natural breathing. And welcome small movements back to your body. Fingers, toes, maybe wiggle your nose, your jaw, your lips. Rock your head side to side. You can take a full body stretch. You can bend your knees, let them knock left to right. If you want a fetal position, choose a side. Otherwise, in your own time and own way, make it to where you want to close class out. You can keep your eyes closed. Maybe just a gentle gaze out in front of you. You can bring your left hand over your heart, right hand over your left. And take a moment here to acknowledge yourself for putting yourself in spaces and situations that might not feel comfortable, but allowing yourself to be with whatever shows up and allowing yourself to move through it to make the most of it. And you can come back to your intention and your reason for practicing and notice how it aligns or how you feel now, and maybe it's different or maybe you completely forgot. But take with you what you can. If that's a reminder to breathe, a reminder that you're stronger than you think you are, or even just space to take a break when you need a break so you can keep moving forward. But thank you for sharing that and all your practice entails with me. It's been such a pleasure. It's been such an honor. And until next time, namaste. Thank you very much.